Hey y'all, this is Xenoxis. Just need to double check first. Okay. The audio volume is good. Great, fantastic. Rock and roll. Yeah, the sound is a bit. Is kind of like a delay, or it's maybe just because I'm trying to talk slower or something, you know. Okay, so that looks good. Because it crashed before, but then I did an update and now it seems like it should work at least. Now I just need to double check because I have gone into the recording mode here. Yeah, into the recording mode so that the screen saver doesn't go on. So that okay, that's 180 minutes, 240 minutes, and this should be 180 minutes, and then I have the screen saver set for 90 minutes, so that's good. It's been a while. I did not do, of course, on my birthday I did not do the recording. Because, you know, I would have done a recording earlier if I would have gotten the books earlier. Basically, if I would have gotten the Warhammer books, the 40k books, the two that I've talked about on Twitter. If I would have gotten them earlier, then I would have done a recording as soon as I would have gotten them, and then I would have done also a recording on my birthday. So, yeah. So there's quite a few things to talk about. Yeah, so the books are not here yet, but they're seemingly guaranteed this week because they did start sending it out, or they at least send it to the station to the delivery central in Umeå and stuff. That's where they're sending it from, and now it's, you know, being delivered by truck, you know, because there's a lip in my dip, cause me little yee-haw, riding my truck. Yeah, yee-haw, brother. Yeah, the beer down the road, and bang, bang, right into it. Oh man, I always get here. I don't want you to do the funny voices. It requires lots of concentration, you know, to do the voices. Requires lots of concentration. Anyway, you might notice that this shirt is now way more colorful, and it's not the same one. I mean, it's the same brand, but I got this one on the birthday, and I also got these pants. Most of the birthday presents I got was a surprise. Some of them were not. And yeah, these are the pants. They kind of look the same as the other one, but you can see they have these things on the legs here. These ones are really good because here at the bottom here it's not as tight. The main problem with the pants I had before is I have two Under Armour pants where it's way too tight at the lowest part of the pants. I do also have some socks, some pretty thick Adidas socks, and they're pretty great. They're pretty thick, you know, which helps in the cold. Although the weather is a bit, you know, the weather is a bit silly. It cannot decide, is it gonna be hot now, is it gonna go towards spring, or is it gonna get super cold again? Or super cold, I mean, temperature has been kind of all over the place, which is, you know, a bit funny. But yeah, so you might see the bag over there, right here. That's the shop bag. That's what I had on my birthday. I decided to keep the bag because with the monster bottles, these monster bottles, I have to make sure I don't show the code, because apparently they have an Apex Legends thing going on, and I am still probably going to be able to use this code, although using it on PS4. If I remember correctly, there was one time before where Monster had a competition like that. Or not a competition, but where Monster had codes. And they had like for Call of Duty, I think, at one point. And then I remember using like several codes and stuff that. And it wasn't too hard to register, but I'm really hoping that I can just go in on the PSN and just redeem code and just put in the code via there and just get the stuff in Apex Legends. I currently don't have Apex Legends installed on the PS4. I mean, I think it's an okay game, you know, and stuff that I haven't played it that much, you know, and stuff like that. But anyway, this is the shop bag, shopshop.se. So on the birthday, I had the pad thai, which is a type of bowl, which is like a Thailand bowl, which is like really good, which has like lots of things in it, you know, and stuff like that, and it's pretty spicy. You get 2 like spice packets. One is with which Sichuan peppers in it, I think. Although peppers might be the wrong word, because I know that it's so bad, really, you know, when it comes to food or spices and stuff that, like, if you know what the things are in Swedish, and then, now you have to learn what it is in English or what it is in this language and stuff that, and then like the words, like for example, like, peppers, that's paprika, for example. Paprika, another word for paprika can be like peppers, and then some people call like chili peppers, or some people just call the chili, but some actually call chili just peppers, and then it's like and stuff that, you know, and yeah. Which, by the way, the fact that, you know, like here in Sweden, for example, if you're learning like chemistry or physics or certain things, you learn it in Swedish up to a certain grade, and then those skills, learning it in Swedish, learning chemistry in Swedish, learning physics in Swedish, completely fucking worthless. Like, you're gonna work internationally, you need to talk English, and guess what? The words for a lot of things are very different in English than what it is. So that means that, for example, for the people that continues on and go and study like in universities and stuff, like, yeah, then you need to learn English, or the English version of chemistry, the English version of physics and stuff that, and then you have to study super omega hard just to relearn everything. And then it's like, okay, so why don't they start teaching the chemistry and the thing just from the beginning? Like, why don't they just start teaching it in English from the beginning? Like, sure, it's nice to have the base, you know, and stuff there, but it would just be so much more so that, you have to relearn everything, you know, and stuff that, and then it's just like, okay, so why did you, you know, it's weird, you know, stuff that, and so you might say, but you need the base first, but yes, you know, and someone is probably going to misunderstand, but you need to learn chemistry, it's good. Yeah, I know it's good to learn, but you should learn it in English first and not in Swedish first, and then have to learn English if you want to, like, you know, get a proper chemistry job and make gold from pancakes. Make gold from pancakes. I eat these pancakes. My teeth. Because someone turned it into gold, and then lol Midas 360 no scope. King Midas 360 no scope. Yeah, like that one level in, I think it was Tomb Raider 1, there is a Midas level, and then actually the hand is there, like the Midas hand, the one that, you know, when it touches something it becomes gold, and then you can actually jump onto the hand or climb onto it or whatever, and then there's a unique death animation where you turn it to gold. pretty funny. But yeah, so I had a pad thai when I had it on my birthday. I also had like a snack box, and in the snack box, keep in mind that when I had it, on my birthday, I didn't eat everything right away. It took like several hours to eat up everything and stuff that, so I ate a little bit, and stuff that, which is kind of what you do with a lot of Asian food sometimes. And in the snack box you had some chicken karage, and basically you got a spice packet with that as well. You got like the sauce they have, the what is it? It's not Szechuan sauce. It's a certain very, very spicy sauce that I really, really like. It's like orange and stuff that. It is a really good sauce. Damn, I forgot what it's called. Hang on, let me check. Because I can just find it right away. Yes. Pad Thai was the first thing that showed. Yeah, there we have the Pad Thai by the way. Which I could read you what it is in, like, which is basically like soft rice noodles. Grodar, I don't know the translation of Grodar, or, carrots, lime, Chinese spring onion. It's called grasslök in Sweden, but I'm pretty sure that it's grasslök, so that's spring onion, and then a lot of chicken, and that actually comes with certain packages. It doesn't say the packages, it actually comes with the Pad Thai, but the bowl is gigantic. And the best way to actually check prices on things is to actually go into like, there's a special order thing you can go into where you would like order online, but then you can do that just to check the pricing and just, so the pricing of things, which is pretty good. There's the spring rolls, there's the chicken karage, and then there's something called spicy karage, and then there's crispy shrimp. So snack box large has 2 dip sauce included. Yeah, it was snack box large I took. But wait, that says I only got 1 dip sauce when I ordered that. And it's not a small one, because I know it had the shrimp in it. It did have the crispy shrimp, the chicken karage, sriracha mayonnaise. Sriracha mayonnaise is what it comes with. So there's the Pad Thai sauce. There's a specific sauce for the Pad Thai. A sweet soy sauce with sting of heat, and I'm pretty certain that there is actually like peanuts in the sauce, or there's like a peanutty taste like that, because peanuts are kind of like a thing in the Asian kitchen and stuff. That's it's actually really, really good Pad Thai bowl. How did you? I forgot how to do it. There is a way to like go into the order, the order version of the site, where you can be like, oh, okay, like blah blah blah. Oh, that's the restaurant. Order here on the side of the screen, and then you go into basically like go into the list. I could just put in the boom, and then you can see the price here. Pad Thai chicken 115 Swedish kronor. Can I go in on it and see? Alright, and then you can see but you cannot see the size of it. There's the Pad Thai chicken, there's the noodles. The Pad Thai chicken is 115, the noodles are around 109 Swedish kronor. The snack box large, 10 spring rolls, 3 chicken karage, 3 crispy shrimp, and 2 dip sauces. But I only got 1 dip sauce. Often there is something I miss. The fortune cookies is 5. I actually 14 cookies, Swedish kronor each. I actually got 4, although I had written down on the piece of paper that I was only gonna get 3, but I guess I got an extra 1 for free because they do that sometimes, and stuff that. So yeah, it's good that you can see the drinks here that they have and stuff that. Oh, that's why they can get a special taste sometimes. Because yeah, I'm pretty certain that the things that they fry, certain of the things in, like the chicken karag, the crispy shrimp, and the spring rolls, or at least the spicy karag, the crispy shrimp, that those can have some kind of peanutty taste to them. So I'm guessing it's the actual batter that is some kind of like peanut thing in it. Probably most likely. Yeah. Yeah, but the pad thai is really, really good. Yeah. The pad thai is really good. Now, normally the thing that I usually take are usually use the chicken noodles and stuff that, but the pad thai is even better. There's also lime, with it as well that you can squeeze out and stuff that helps against the spicy sauce you get. But there was also like another spice package that you got. And I thought that other spice package was for the pad thai because it cannot have counted as the dip sauce and stuff that. So yeah. Oh, because it's not part of any of these dip sauces here that they show, basically, so yeah. Which is interesting. But yeah. It was pretty good. But yeah, and also one thing that I got, and this I didn't drink on my birthday, I actually drink it on the day after, and it's this that I drank on the day after, and it's Coffee Brewer. You can see it's a Brazilian style coffee, roasted gourmet coffee Brazil. It says strong, but it's a medium dark roast. There's only 22 grams, but that gives you 2 cups. Those 2 cups is not really in my full Batman mug. And basically, you can see here also that you can fill it like a different amount, depending on how strong you want. So you can fill up to those different things. And if you look in the bag, it looks like there's something dark in there. And that's of course the thing that's left after you've done the coffee, the stuff that's left inside the bag, So that's sealed away the waste after the coffee, basically, and stuff that. And the flavor of this is like chocolate, hazelnut, and mulberry, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so the 2 mugs is, I would say it's more than 50%. I think it's 65 or 75% of the Batman mug kind of filled. It was a bit weak, of course, because it's strong, but it's only a medium dark roast. But apparently, one thing that I saw, because I decided to try and look up this bag online and stuff like that on Google, and I found a Swedish page, and then it said that this actually goes very well with milk in it, apparently the flavor changes, because there are certain coffees that gets way too weak if you put milk in it, but then there are certain coffees that you can bring out a lot of flavor if you put just a little bit of milk. And sometimes when you put in sweeteners, that can also enhance the flavor depending on the sweeteners you put in and stuff that, stuff that. So there are sometimes, where people say, oh, you should always drink the coffee you drink, or oh, the best coffee is the coffee that is like strong or a dark roast or whatever, or like a strong roast, which is often complete bullshit, because often it has to do with like the really expensive coffees are usually from only a very, very specific area. usually a very, very small local area, and then there's only from like one specific bean. Because if you notice that a lot of coffee that you can buy, there's often several different beans in it. It can say like Arabica beans, but then be still from several different areas and stuff that. But if it's from like a very, very small area, and then it's from like a very, very specific place, those coffees can get more and more expensive, you know, and stuff that. And there's like a lot of like different famous flavors and stuff that. So yeah, but this was really, really it wasn't super expensive. It was pretty cheap. And my dad did something stupid, because he decided to be like, oh, I'm going to calculate what this would cost for the kilo price. And then he basically took this and scaled it up to like what a kilo of this would be. And that would have been ridiculously expensive. That would have been like almost like 800 or something Swedish kroner, or 869 Swedish kroner, which would have been like 86 US dollars, I think. And in British pounds it would probably have been way less, 76 British pounds or something like that, for like a kilo, like 1,000 grams. And yeah, that would have been pretty ridiculous, but that's not true at all. I've tried to look for specifically 1,000 grams, but for 1 kilo, but the price is so varied. The price is really varied. But then you're wondering, because on this one it says specifically that yeah, this is 100% Arabic coffee, but it's Brazil Ascarive, and I've tried to search for like Ascarive and found several things, you know. But then here it says what is it? Handcrafted, specialty coffee, single origin, so it's only from one place, and it's 20 to 22 grams of 100%. So yeah, because I mean there is definitely like difference depending on where you get it. They bought me a couple of sweet things, and I haven't eaten all of the sweets that I got yet. But this I didn't even finish on my birthday. I finished it the day after. And this, I've gotten one of these bags before. This is probably my favorite Reese's thing, because there's quite a lot of them in this. You have to realize though that the Reese's here in Sweden are a lot more expensive than they are in the US, you know. And in the US I would probably weigh a lot more if I was in the US and stuff that, but yeah. But this one really, really good. The funny thing is, like, usually I can have a problem with if things are too like sweet and stuff that. But Reese's, for some reason, even though they're really, really sweet, they're just so freaking good. And the thing is, they don't taste like, you know, like a candy bar or whatever. They taste more like a dessert thing that you're eating, because, you know, it's basically like there is peanut butter in it, you know, and stuff that. But then it also tastes kind of like a dessert thing, and kind of because of the shape and the form of it, you know, it gets very, very, you know, it melts in your mouth, and then it's so good. It's so good, you know. And you know, I wouldn't have discovered Reese's if it wasn't really for Asmongold, you know, and stuff that. Like, I remember him talking about how top tier Reese's was, and then I decided to like talk to my dad about it, because, you know, he has access to that store, the store that's pretty far away, you know, because yeah, you know. So it was pretty good. I also got a popcorn bag with cheddar popcorn, only 90 grams in it, and then also one of the peanut snack things, which is from Serbia, I believe, or from Russia. Because sometimes it says that, oh, it's from Serbia, but then it says several different things. And there's also another good peanut snack that is from Netherlands that is pretty good. There's like 2 different peanut snacks that I really like. But this one from Serbia is actually really good, because when you eat it, it kind of tastes like eating peanut butter, but like in a crispy form, which is odd, you know, and stuff that's, yeah. What else? Anyway, so on the mouse, you can see, you get stuck there with hopefully I didn't. Yeah. It's gonna be so hard to fucking show. No, there we go. See how that's purple now? And yeah, and the thing on the front, of course, pulses between a lot of colors and stuff there. But then you can see the number of the buttons are now green. And you can actually change that. You can change the light and the buttons. And the worst thing is that kind of also changes the speed on the mouse. Like if you have certain colors, you have different things. And I haven't like properly installed the drivers. I mean, they kind of auto-install drivers, but I have an actual CD somewhere for the mouse and stuff like that. Now the keyboard has been a bit... as I said, you're missing that entire section of the keyboard, which I've shown before. And it does create a bit of issues in certain games. There is a print screen, but it's at the del button. So you have to hold in the FN, which is basically works like a function key, to change to the secondary function of the button. So on the del key it says del, and then on the side it says PRTSSS, so that's print screen button. But the main problem is, normally in World of Warcraft, for example, and in like Diablo 2 Resurrected, or at least I know in World of Warcraft, you can take screenshots even when you're not in the game. Right, you don't need to be I mean, you're in the game, but I mean, when you're selecting your character, you can normally take a screenshot there. And normally you just do it with the print screen button. Now I have set up in the game now so that I just take a screenshot with the del button, so I don't have to do the function key and the print screen combo. But if I do the function key and the print screen combo, I'm just gonna double check first, so I'm not I'm not bullshitting here. I'm just gonna check so that it hasn't, because here are the ones that gets taken. Because if you take normally a screenshot with the print screen, it should end up in this folder, and there's just 3 pictures there in that folder, and those are the ones that it should be. So let me go in then and check if it actually took screenshots in World of Warcraft there, because okay, so it did work. Yeah, there's the tiger screenshot, and then there's the screenshot of my characters there. Yeah, okay, so it did take a screenshot properly. It just didn't do it in Diablo 2 Resurrected for whatever reason. I wonder if I can go in and rebind the screenshot key in that, and that should maybe solve it. So I did manage to take a screenshot of that. That's actually very, very good. These though, I need to clip them out, and then I need to put them important pieces stuff, Valve screenshots and other fun stuff. I mean, it's not part of the level get thing, and it's not part of classic TBC, like classic TBC pre-patch and beyond screenshots, and then like classic Valve screenshot, World of Warcraft classic demo screenshots, World of Warcraft classic pre-release screenshots, and World of Warcraft classic true screenshots. That's not part of the scene, the whole challenge idea there. Was that even when they had gotten the character model update? It looks like it. I'm trying to figure out which expansion it is. It must have been during Legion, because I do have the Legion pet here. Yeah. Because there you learn the plate skill there. Then it is so crazy. So yeah, so I put them here. Because I took a screenshot of the water tiger. Okay, that's good then. I mean, then I know at least that I can take screenshots to show off my characters and stuff there, but yeah. And the thing is, maybe it has to do with the folder, like in Diablo 2 here. Here, there is a screenshot folder, but these are the beta pictures that I took The question is this the reason? Is it because of this that I should change the Diablo 2 screenshot folder? Should I change these to being like, you know, beta? Should I add beta to the name? Is it therefore why I cannot take screenshots? Is that the reason why? Because I mean, there is the idea of to feel folder here with screenshot, but those are only the restricted beta screenshots. And the thing is, if I go in on the Battle.net here, Battle.net, there is Diablo 2 here. Now, if I take screenshots in Diablo 2, those screenshots goes here, like in the old Diablo 2, because I can still go and play the old Diablo 2 if I want to. There is a restricted beta folder also in the Battle.net thing. And then there's the folder here for the restricted. And there's a data folder, a config folder, a data folder. And indices, which is index. And yeah. So I don't know if it's something specific I need to do or whatever, you know, I have no idea. But yeah. Now one thing you could say was almost part of my birthday, but I don't really know because I don't remember the exact date when I got it. Because I did get a month of off from it, and since it ended on the 31st of this January, the WoW sub that I had before, it ended on the 31st of January, and that's why I took a new 6 month. I think it was on the 31st, then maybe it was on the 30th. But then that must have mean that I ordered the other thing in December then. Stuff that. And that's when I ordered, you know, the celebration package, the 30th celebration package. And that you could only order up to a certain date. And the thing is, I did order it when it was on sale. So it was slightly cheaper, even for the biggest and most expensive package. So yeah. Because I mean, if you're playing a lot of different Blizzard titles, then it's definitely worth getting the more expensive ones, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah. Now, sadly, I think I missed out on certain of the packages from not having a 6 month at one point, you know, that I missed out on certain packages. But yeah. It has been a bit annoying though to miss out on a lot of like Hearthstone expansions and stuff like that. Because yeah. Because the thing is, like in Hearthstone, if you really want value, you always have to kind of pre-order the most expensive packs when it comes to a new expansion. And if you don't do that, and if you don't order any pack from the expansion at all, then that's actually pretty bad, you know, and stuff And one thing that seems also a bit annoying is that you can get a quest, for example, or play blah blah blah. Because something that they've done now, at least, is that you don't lose out on the previous quest. Like I haven't still lost out on the Winter Veil quest in Hearthstone. I still have my Winter Veil quest left. And now I got a new quest change. Normally before, when you got a new quest change, it would delete the previous legendary quest change that you had before. Or I don't know if they call it a legendary quest change or whatever, but I guess they call it that when it's like packs that you can get or whatever. But yeah, so that's pretty good. But then the thing is, like, if it says like, oh, you just play a ranked game, right? Then when you go into ranked game, to like I tried to at one point, you see like, oh, if I just concede automatically, then that should count, right? But no, it did not. I don't know if it was some kind of sync issue or if I conceded slightly too early or whatever, you know, but that should normally count. But I'm guessing you have to play full games and stuff that, you know, which is, you know, I can understand why they do that, but still, you know, it can be a bit, you know, if you just want quicker packs. But yeah, Final Fantasy 6 is actually going to come out now in February. I forgot what date exactly it was. I think they had a date at one point that they did say what the date was, but on the Steam it doesn't show up the proper date, so it might get delayed again. Hopefully not. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Of course, so I could say that almost the 30th celebration package was part of my birthday, but not really, because it was in December and stuff that when I got it, and that was before the bonus ran out, or before because it was early in January. I think it was January 1st or January 2nd when the deal with the 30th celebration, like not when the deal, not when like the 30th celebration package, like it being on sale ended, because it's still up, I believe, until a certain date in February. But it was on sale at that point, and then even the Epic celebration package, or the most expensive celebration package, which I believe is the Epic package, that one was price reduced by a bit, not super much, but hey, really good. Although it's a bit funny that that thing, the packages you got in Hearthstone, was for a very specific expansion, and it's pretty funny getting those packages now and stuff that for the Dark Moon Fair. The other thing is, of course, is that if we waited, of course, it was pretty funny that when you, if there is like a mini set for something, and then, for example, once the mini set is not on sale anymore, for example, then once you open Dark Moon Fair packs, you can also open packs that give you cards from the mini set, which is actually pretty cool and stuff. So yeah. Was there anything else? So yeah, so what happened with the Warhammer books, or the 40k books? So I did order it a long time ago. I believe it was very early on in January when I ordered it. You might remember that I did a Twitter post about the books I was gonna get. The two books, the Adepta Sororitas and the Adepta Custodes. I believe it was it the Adepta Custodes? Let me double check here. No, Adeptus Mechanicus. Yeah, Adeptus Mechanicus and Adepta Sororitas. And both of them showed as being in stock. But when we ordered them, apparently there was an issue that the store had shown the wrong thing, that they had an ID issue with where they keep their stock and stuff that, so it had shown up as having one extra that it did not have. So, and the main problem was, of course, that the thing is, normally for example, if something isn't in stock, it normally takes them 14 days for them, 14 weekdays, keep in mind weekdays, so it doesn't count Saturday and Sunday, so only on the weekdays it counts. So 14 weekdays, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So then it's only 5 days for a week. So then it's basically like 2 weeks and 4 days. 2 weeks and 4 days. It's what it would take for them to get it in normally. But when I ordered it, it was during a weekend I ordered it. So weekend in January. Was it the first weekend then? In January, was it on like the 1st or the 2nd, or was it on the 8th or the 9th? It might have been on the 9th when I did the order. Most likely, or on the 8th. But anyway, the thing is that, of course, then we thought that because the page, of course, showed correct when we did the order. It did show us it being in stock. So we thought, of course, that, we're just gonna get it the next week. So we waited on the 10th, we waited on the 11th, we waited on the 12th, we waited on the 13th, we waited on the 14th, and normally it only takes 1 to 3 days. And on the Friday we were like, okay, why isn't it here, you know? And then I checked my email, you know, no email or anything, you know, from the company, and then I decided, wait, what about my junk mail? And then of course I'd gotten a message in the junk mail, but that message had already come on the Monday. It had already come on the Monday, and I waited until Friday. But the thing is, I didn't know it would go into the junk mail and stuff that. Or it wasn't me that didn't know it, it was my dad, because, you know, I have to order in a special kind of way, you know, so I can get the package and stuff that, you know, like, you know, I have to order through with his email, you know, and stuff that, and so, and he gives me the package and, you know, stuff that, like, it's complicated, blah. But yeah, so they didn't have the thing in, so he had to check his junk mail, like I told him, like, have you checked the junk mail? And, you know, and stuff that, because that had happened apparently with something he had ordered before, and stuff that, so yeah, it was there in the junk mail, and then it's, because the thing you might wonder, like, oh, why didn't they just start sending for the book that wasn't in stock right away? They're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed. Like, literally, they're not allowed to do that. Like, you placed your order for 2 things that were in stock. One of them was a mistake, it wasn't in stock. But then, for example, if they then would have sent after the thing, and it would have been the 14-day wait instead of just 1 to 3 days wait, then they would have broken some sort of rule or whatever it is. But the thing is, like, they had to wait, basically. They couldn't, like, order in the book right away. They had to wait for us to respond to the email. So the email said, oh, we did a mistake. Apparently this book, the adapter Sororitas, was not in stock. Do you want to change the order? Like, do you want to, for example, I could have, for example, decided to not order the adapter Sororitas and just order the adapter Mechanicus, and then I would have had it basically the next week after I had ordered it. Pretty much, I would have had it within 3 days. Then after that, but no, I decided, oh hey, I can wait, you know, and they said, yeah, it can take up to 14 days. And then, of course, because of that, you know, I didn't get it on my birthday and stuff that, and then, yeah, so normally, you know, if it wouldn't have been in stock right away, like, if I would have ordered and I would have seen, for example, oh, this is not in stock, then I would have gotten it before my birthday, because we had to wait those extra days. And then on the Friday we figured out, oh hey, let's check the junk mail, and then it was in the junk mail because they had to wait for a response from us, because they couldn't just, you know, order it right away, you know, because otherwise, if you would have counted 14 days from when I ordered it, then I would have had it before my birthday and stuff. That's, yeah. So, you know, it happens. I'm not really mad. I'm not mad about it, you know. It's just a bit sad, you know. I should have realized that from the start, you know. I thought about, wait, what if it goes into Dad's junk mail, because he never checks the junk mail and stuff like that. And it's a bit odd, you know, that a lot of, like, emails from a lot of, like, stores where you can order goes into junk mail. And I should probably teach him how to set up so that, oh, because I believe there is a way that you can use select, like, where you can select basically from people you have gotten, like, an email from, and then you could mark it as being safe, so the next time he gets an email from that specific, you know, store or that specific email address, then it won't go into junk mail, you know, and stuff like that. Probably, so yeah. Was there something else? Oh, right. This was also a surprise I got. So all the snacks, you know, was a surprise. All the snacks, the Reese's, the The coffee thing was a surprise. The popcorn bag and the peanuts bag, but I haven't eaten all of the popcorns yet, or all of the peanuts yet. I haven't even begun with peanuts. And they gave me this. The Domino Double 9, and there's 55 pieces. But this actually allows you to play both double 6, double 9, and double 12 with this. And you know, the way you play domino, it went over the rules. So basically, depending on how many players you are, it's 2+. On players, I believe you can actually be up to is that the maximum players? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's 4 players maximum you can be. But then of course, if you get more packages, for example, of this, and you get more, because you need to divide up the amount of domino bricks you need to have. There's a certain amount of domino bricks you need to have. And then of course, you divide up the domino bricks, and then depending on if you're playing double 6, if you're playing double 6, you need the least amount of bricks. If you play double 9, you need more bricks, and double 12, you need the most amount of bricks. And then you need to basically connect them so that they match in color, like you can see here on the front here. Like, you have a green there and a red there, and the 3 reds are matching. But then, for example, if you get something with 2 matching, like those up here, like those 2 are matching, that's what you call like a double and stuff like that, and those are worth like more points if you get a double like that. And then you can prevent the opponent, if they don't have the correct domino thing, then they have to draw one from the pile. And basically, you don't show them. They cannot work like cards, the domino bricks. Like you don't show them to the opponent, so the opponent doesn't know what you have. But you can kind of calculate out depending on how many bricks has been used and stuff like that, you know. So there's a bit of, you know, calculating stuff out. And then, for example, if you have something where the both of the numbers are matching, so someone has like a 3-3, or like a 3 dots and 3 dots, so that's 6. So basically, if someone has double matching, you know, and stuff that, then, you know, then I believe you cannot connect to it unless they also have a double or whatever it is. But yeah, and the thing is, if you don't have the correct thing to match one of the colors, or to have like a double, then they have to draw from the pile, and then if they have a matching one, then they have to play it immediately. And if they cannot play it, then they have to keep it in their hand and stuff like that. And then of course you calculate the points, but you only calculate the ones that are on the board. You don't calculate the stuff in your hand in terms of points. And then first to us 200 points wins and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, sadly, the bricks are of course just plastic, a pretty thick plastic, mind you. So yeah, that's nice. It's of course not the thing like really old domino sets, used like chess sets, like really old chess sets had like ivory in it. So yeah, there exist domino bricks out there with ivory in it. And then of course there actually existed chess sets, I believe, with both ebony on the black pieces and ivory on the white pieces, on like really old chessboards and stuff like that. But then of course, you know, since ivory, you know, hunting the, you know, the animals with the horns for it, you know, became not good to do, you know, and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah. Hunting the elephants, you know. Elephants got me, yeah. So yeah. But it's good then that that did work in World of Warcraft and stuff that, because, but the question is, did it work in World of Warcraft when I only hit the Del key, or did it work when I push the print scheme button? That is the question. Like, I'm gonna have to test that. I'm gonna have to test to just push the del button and then check if that takes a new screenshot. Because if that is the case, then that means that when I did the combination where I hold in the FN button and then press the del button in order to press the print screen, then it did not work. Because that would mean basically that it only works when you actually press the key button that you had it set up to and stuff that. Can I see when it was created? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna have to try and figure that out, because the thing might be that I just have to go into DBFZ selected, and then I just have to bind the screenshot key to the del button instead of the print screen button, because I've tried to hold in the function key and press the del button and it doesn't do anything and stuff that, so yeah. So that is something, but yeah. It would be funny if I received the books today. Yeah, but if I get the books today and like, whoops. The thing is, I didn't want to wait too long though, because I have to throw away. I have to throw away this bag because, of course, it smells pretty good now. But these coffee things that are in it, like the waste, the coffee waste stuff that's in it, that can actually mold. Which in the coffee machine we have downstairs, in the more expensive coffee machine, the one that I use the Lavazza coffee in, which you know is really, really nice. Yeah, I'm headless. But yeah, basically when I make the Lavazza coffee, you have to empty that quite often, because otherwise, basically, if you wait too long with emptying it, because normally if you will wait until it says empty grounds, and you would empty it, then it would often be mold on it. Even if you take coffee every single day and you drink several cups every single day, if you wait like 3 days with emptying it, then it will be mold on the coffee waste that's in it and stuff that. So yeah, so you have to empty it very, very often and stuff that. So now I empty it always after I've done the coffee thing. So yeah, that's been important. So, yeah. I thought about talking about some more things, but I will probably wait until next time instead to talk about those things, because yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have more time once I get the books in to talk about some other things. But yeah, the thing is, of course, I need to make the videos about the Dragon Ball Z thing, you know, because I have text for like, so the 4.0 thing was before SB2 came out, and that one I am pretty certain that I did a video on that, because I have deleted the text for it just because I've already written about it. And then the 4.5 is the bonus. So in the 4.5 list, I have like I had like the team setups here and stuff that, because that was like an extra part and stuff that, because I wanted to cover like the different teams that I had set up. And then for the 4.5 here, text was all finished on the 10th of February 2021, and then I had SSS tier, SS tier, S tier, A plus tier, A tier, and A minus tier. And then I put in all the different characters at their spot, and of course I created a tier list in the tier maker thing, and then I made, you know, top tier. But then when I made the tier list here, I decided when I had it in this whole SS tier to A minus tier, then that was kind of a weird way to look at it. So then I decided instead to change the name of the tiers, so that the SS tier just became the S tier, and the SS tier became the A high tier, and then B tier, C tier, D tier, and E tier. But then that can be misleading, right? Because it only used to be A minus before, so the A minus is now the bad tier. and then D is below par, C is average, B is great, A is high, and S is top. But just because something is in bad tier doesn't mean that it's quote unquote a bad character. They just don't match up to the other characters. And that was of course back when I did that list. And now of course we have the 5.0 list, and that was when Super Saiyan Gogeta had been out for a while, or kind of when it was new and stuff that. And of course I also have a 6.0 list here, which is the Season 4 Big Balance Patch, huge gameplay changes, which I have compared to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 going into Ultimate. Although yes, Ultimate introduced a bunch of characters, but the thing is just that the balance changes they did. The funny thing is when you check like Dust Loop, which I know Dust Loop is more of a like more Guilty Gear focused, but if you check like the patches, it says like, oh, version 1.27 current March 9th 2021, and then my tier list that I made, I finished that on March 13th 2021. March 13th 2021. So yeah, that's when I did the 5.0 tier list. And then the 6.0 thing came out way after that. It came out either end of August or early September or October at some point. That's when the really, really big patch came out. So I'm guessing that will be I'm here, Dragon Ball Fighter C patch 1.28. Oh, there is a patch 1.28. Down. Yeah. Patch 1.28. 1.28. Fully detailed patch notes. Yeah. I need to bookmark this. Where's the button? Oh, there it is. Crazy Dragon Ball Fighter. Yeah, okay. So right. So I'm gonna go just give you a preview of how insane this is, and I'm gonna need to fill this the 6.0 tier list. There, where do we have it? The 6.0 tier list. I'm gonna have to fill that with all the information of all of the updates, because yeah. So first off, it did get new mechanics. Yes, new mechanics were added to the game in this insane patch, which did come after Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is Dragon Ball GT, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta doing the fusion dance. Fusion Ha! when they, when they finger each other. Yeah, you like that. No, but anyway, But yeah, and this came out way after. This was posted on August 9th. But then now can reveal blah blah blah, and it's going to be available tomorrow, August 10th. So August 10th was the 1.28. So, saying that March was the latest update. No, just not keeping up to date. What the fuck? So yeah, so these are just the new mechanics, by the way. These mechanics are new, and it's pretty insane. So okay, so the mechanics. Air guard cancels can now be performed in the air for the same cost as ground usage. Guard cancel vanish. By spending 2 bars a meter, players can use the vanish out of guard cancels. No assist or follow-up can be performed after the hit. Set chain can be performed after any special with no meter cost. So you can do a special like in the air, and then you change immediately into another character, and yeah, then you can continue on the combo, and it's lead to some pretty busted stuff. Float status. Any attack that ends in the air grant characters the float status for more mixed up in combo options. So those certain characters now have way more air mobility because of the floating, and that also makes it so that it's easier to do cross-ups, and certain combos that you couldn't do before are now certain combos that you couldn't do before are now possible, and certain combo routes you couldn't do at all before are now possible. So it became like completely crazy. They just took all the rules of Dragon Ball Fighter Z and decided, let's throw them out the window. Let's make everything crazy. Let's make everything Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And let's make Virgil slash his sword like this in X Factor, and then he kills an opponent just from slashing his sword up and down and you spam this. Yeah, you can actually do that. But yeah. Key charge now deflects Key Blast on frame 1 and can be performed after blocking a Key Blast. Dragon Rush can be performed during a Key charge by pressing medium attack. Sparking Blast can no longer run out during combos. Yay! Like this is that's pretty insanely big, because Sparking Blast can sometimes run out when you're doing a combo, and if you're trying to do like a Touch of Death combo or whatever, or you have like Limit Break, Dragon Ball Super Broly. So when Dragon Ball Super Broly does his level 3, you get a 5% damage buff. The limit breaking was of course not a mechanic that was in the beginning of the game. Like normally, of course, your final character will be doing more damage, but the limit breaking wasn't part of it before, I think. But then eventually limit breaking got introduced. So when it's down to the final character, that final character automatically gets a damage boost without having sparking. And then, so if you stack the sparking damage boost from sparking, and you stack the damage boost from limit breaking, from being the anchor character, from being the final character on the team, and then you stack it with his 5% damage buff from losing his clothes, his upper body clothes, when Broly uses his level 3, he gets permanently off with the shirt, and then he gets a permanent 5% damage bonus for the rest of the match. And yeah, so that's pretty insane. Said assist ship damage removed from some assists. Said assist type C. Lengthened cooldown time between uses. However, they don't mention the buff. So lengthened cooldown time between uses, so you cannot use C assist as often. However, keep in mind that C assist actually gets called out faster now. They come in faster, so they activate faster. So basically, like, okay, like once you activate it, yes, you have to wait longer now for the C assist to recover. And keep in mind, for example, if you're doing a combo, the recovery time for the assist won't start until the combo ends. Keep that in mind. EX specials, meter increase, scaling now only dependent on time and not opponent status. Lengthened time during which key gauge increased scaling applies. High jump, new shortcut implemented by holding unique attack button while jumping. Yeah, you can now do high jumps really easy. Just hold down the unique attack. If I remember correctly, it's the key blast button that you just hold it down. I think it's the key blast button that you hold down, and then you just jump, and then you get high jump. I'm gonna have to double check that. Super attack damage scaling reduces damage scaling for attacks used after supers, excluding ultimate C, genius, THC. A jumping heavy opponent is now knocked forward when there is a camera motion fixed Dragon Ball glitch. So that's mostly a thing. Crouching heavy, which is the 2H, which is the anti meow when they fly in like this in the home, when you're dashing towards something, and stuff that, and then you just counter it with the So some characters have more active frames, so that means that it's easier to land it, because some characters have very strict timing on trying to land the uppercut, and sometimes. Like, I'm pretty usually good at landing the crouching heavy, but then I had a match against a person, and sometimes I get motivated from playing the game, like, yeah, sure, I'm pretty bad at it, but sometimes when I know that, I could have beaten this opponent if I would have landed these crouching heavies, because this person was dashing so much, and stuff that. And then the thing is, then, I can't get the crouching heavy time down at all. And normally I'm like, oh, but I can land every single before and stuff that. But then it might just be because of just slight lag that throws me off or something else, or maybe the characters that I was using at that point didn't have as many, active frames that are counting heavy. Length of time for air invisibility, which is good. Key blast deflect. When any attack deflects the key blast, other moves can be performed like with super dash and shield reflex. And of course there are changes, and it's pretty much every character. So first you have Notes 1, Notes 2, Goku Super Saiyan, Vegeta Super Saiyan, Piccolo, Teen Gohan, Frieza, Captain Ginyu, Trunks, Cell, Android 18, Gotenks, Krillin, Kid Buu, Majin Buu, Nappa 01, Nappa 02, yeah, because, so don't carry Gotenks so much, Android 16, Yamcha, Adult Gohan, Hit 01, Hit 02, Goku Blue, Vegeta Blue, Beerus, Goku Black 1, Goku Black 2, Android 21, Bardock, Broly, Vegito, Zamasu 01, Zamasu 02, Base Goku, Base Vegeta, Cooler, Android 17, Jiren 01, Jiren 02, Videl, Kid Goku, Janemba, Vegeta Blue 2, Super Broly, Kefla, Super Saiyan God Goku, no, that's not what I mean. That's Ultra Instinct Goku, you stupid. Yeah, like they call like Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue. That's like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. But SS God Goku. Yeah, I guess maybe that's what they call it in Japanese. That they don't call it Ultra Instinct Goku. Roshi 01, Roshi 02, and Super Baby, which is SB2, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then Tien. So wait, so Notes 1 is, yeah. God Change Cancel, Dragon Rush, Sparking Blast, C Assist. Notes 2. Yeah. C Assist heat up length and the cooldown time before next usage. Yeah, there's so much, really. It's pretty insane. And for example, if you go in on Zamasu, for example, like all of the things were buffed pretty much, if I remember correctly. So standing medium attack, standing unique attack, jumping light attack, jumping down heavy attack, Eternal Justice light medium, Eternal Justice medium, Eternal Justice heavy, and then Eternal Justice okay, heavy, a Wall of Light, Heaven's Flash, Divine Order, CSC Stay type, CSS B type, and CSC C type. So yeah, speed up the attack, start up, extend the move, hitbox. So a lot of CSCs, or I think majority of all CSCs got the buff of like having a quicker startup and stuff that, but yes, the cooldown is longer. Although I think it is a bit wrong of them to decide to just make the change of having a longer cooldown for all CSists. Maybe it's just coded in the game so you cannot have it individual, but there are certain CSists that aren't that great. There are definitely certain characters that have like really insane CSist, like Cuff Beerus CSist. A lot of people don't tend to talk about it, so yeah, CSist, sped up attack, startup. OSB assist also got buffed, yeah. Crouching unique attack, spell, destruction, speed, or destruction. Some other stuff is ridiculous. So yeah, so his C assist move, Beerus's C assist move is the meow 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 meow. Yeah, his C assist, which is what I consider one of the best assists in the game, is the God of Destruction Strat, which is the 200 times 10 and 1000 damage. Much more range than the point version, so it's actually better than his regular God of Destruction Brat move. Has invisibility after the teleport, fills the entire screen, making it incredible. Neutral tool, arguably better than most CSCs due to Beer's indiscriminate and omnidirectional firing. Like, he literally fires it all over the place. And I'm guessing these start up here, 39, and then 18 within parentheses. I'm guessing the 18 is the start up that it is now. And then active is 25, okay. Frame 31 armor, invol, yeah. Yeah, the C assist is pretty good. I mean, the B assist is still also pretty good as well, because gun bounce on his block stun is 27 frames if only the first hit connects, and 24 frames if the second one does. I'll buy a combo filler for characters who need ground bounce in the combo, not particularly useful otherwise. And of course you have Spears of Destruction, and Spears of Destruction actually got buffed, but I don't remember if that specifically buffed the assist version of it as well, because the orbs disappears if Beers gets hit, you know, from the assist, you know, stuff there. But yeah, Beers is actually super fun to play, by the way. He can be a bit complicated though, and stuff there, but yeah, there's a lot of characters I like in Dragon Fantasy, you know. I couldn't stand on the main though. That's my problem. And I think the 10 slots that you have for teams are just like way too limited. There are so many good characters like and stuff there. And sometimes, you know, the thing is, I really hate how you only have data for online, how much you have used certain characters. I kind of wish that there were an offline for that, to show you how much you have used certain characters offline, because then people could more easily tell and I would want to see what characters I've used the most in total, right? Because there are certain characters I've used way more offline and stuff that, you know, and you know, it's very important, you know, to yeah. And of course, I would say that certain of my teams are locked in, but just because something is like team 1 doesn't mean it's the main team or whatever, you know, and stuff that. And what I generally tend to do now is whenever I set up a team, because the annoying thing is, of course, that you might know what colors you like. But then, for example, when you're trying to color coordinate the characters, just because it shows that, oh, this color is a red color, doesn't mean that you know exactly how it will look. And then the best thing to do is to just go into the training mode and then check what the color looks like from there. And then, of course, edit the team after that. But I kind of wish that when you're in the training mode and you choose the colors there, that you would be able to set up the teams from there. You would be able to actually save the teams from there. Or that they would be or that they would change the screen where you set up the teams, and it would automatically kind of go into the training mode and show you the character actually, and show you a certain amount of the character, and you could actually see what the character looks like with that color, you know, because that would just make it easier to do the color coordination and stuff. That, so yeah, that would be really nice. Because, yeah, you know, the amount of people who like to color coordinate is quite a lot, you know, and it's really annoying to have to go into training mode to figure out, okay, this is what this color looks like. You might say, oh, just keep notes and write down what the color looks like, or whatever. Or you take screenshot with your camera on your cell phone or smartphone that you don't have, though. Or everyone has a smartphone, or everyone sits on Twitter all day, and the first thing they do when they wake up is like, oh, my cell phone, yeah! My cell phone, oh, my cell phone, yeah! Yeah, you know, because when it's my bit, you get it. Bowsika honk honk. Honk it som Blarks. Pitball. And then it makes the same sound as in the game. Go to sleep now. Nobody just stands up when it's sleepy. Silly Elec. Elec Pelushi. Which is kind of what it is in the game also as well. So. Well, Doodle will need a new idol. Because Pet Battle is the easiest one to level up in. You know, it's not that because there's you can basically use one pet, and then that pet can easily destroy the opponent team, and then you can use 2 low level ones, and then you can easily level them up that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this time. I will see when I do the next recording session, probably when I get the books. I mean, I could get them today, but then I will see all later today then if that is the case. But yeah, so my birthday was on the 4th of February, was the Friday, so there wasn't that many days ago. I did it on the 8th, yeah, it's the 8th now. So yeah, 37 years old now. Oh man, nah. Nah, kidding. Don't worry about it, you know. Stuff that not like Asmongold, like, he's worried about dying, like really, man, you're not even 50 yet, what the fuck, man? And then he's like, bald! And then it's just like, I mean, he does a lot of tricks with his comb and stuff that, you know, or maybe he has taken like hair growth stuff, you know, hair growth stuff, you know. And then he's like, oh, but I don't do drugs, or I don't drink, or blah, 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 whatever, you know. And then he managed to eat so much sweet and not have problems with his tooth. But maybe he got a super mega expensive new teeth, you know. Maybe he had to go and pay for super mega amazing teeth, whatever, you know. You know, I got actually really bad with brushing my teeth. Like, I used to be so good at brushing my teeth, like, every day, you know, like, twice a day and stuff that. And then, you know, I eventually, when I got a lot older, I eventually started to only have it be once per day. And then now, like, there was one time when I went without like brushing for like a really long time, and then I felt that I had actually better teeth. Like, the teeth didn't look good, but I felt like I had less pain in my teeth when I didn't. So I don't know, because imagine if toothpaste and stuff like that would be bullshit, that, oh, you don't actually need toothpaste, you don't actually need to brush your teeth that often, like, maybe you only need to do it every now and again, and not like do it every day, because maybe that's actually destroys your teeth more, or something like that, I don't know. But maybe it's because, oh hey, we have to make money off toothpaste, of tooth products and stuff that, you know. And oh, it would be really, really bad if people's teeth are actually stronger than they think, so you know, and stuff that, you know. But, you know, I might just be completely wrong, and then I end up with having to buy titanium teeth, or super omega cobalt teeth, and then I have radioactive teeth, and then I can shoot super pancake waffle iron. Yeah, you know, a bit tired, you know, didn't sleep last night, but I'm trying to like reset my sleeping schedule again. You know, sometimes I do that, you know, and then I just need a turbo nap at some point, you know, maybe sleep just 1 to 2 hours, and then I'll be able to go to bed at normal time today instead of going to bed super omega late. You know, stuff that, because yeah. Yeah, anyway, this will do it for this time. I see you all maybe later today or later during the week, once I get my books, and then I will cover Adepta Sororitas, which is the latest codex, by the way, with Adepta Sororitas, which is why I really wanted to wait for it, because my dad was like, oh, but what if they will never get it in? What if they won't restock it, you know? And then, sure, you might understand that, right, if it was like the old book, if it was the previous, you know, if it was the 8th edition of the book instead of the 9th edition. 9th edition is the latest edition. And of course, they haven't released all of the new editions yet for the books, for all the arms yet. And it was pretty funny that the Thousand Sons book, which I got last year, you know, that then new Thousand Sons book came out not long after that. So there's a new Thousand Sons book, but you know, I'm probably not going to invest into that. Although the new Thousand Sons book is a lot thicker than that book. They have actually made a more cooler kind of. I'm actually a fan of Thousand Sons, but the thing is, my first Warhammer 40k book was of course the thicker Chaos book, the one that was before the super thin book. I got the super thin book, and I believe that's the edition that was directly after the super thick book. But yeah, but I threw away the super thick book because back in the old place we had very, very limited space with things, and at one point my mom decided to summer clean or do some cannibal cleaning, and oh, you got so much in this wardrobe or whatever, you know, throw stuff out. And then I had to throw that book away. Oh, you don't need to keep that or whatever, you know. And of course, she might have been stressed at that point, so that's why she threw it away and stuff that. And you know, when it's really, really bad to throw that away, because that book, you know, that Chaos book was really thick. It showed a lot of like conversions in it, and it had a ridiculous, super powerful like demon princess in it. There were rules for them and stuff that. Although I mean, there was so much ridiculous things back then. There was like power creep, and then of course in the next edition after that, they decided to just make a lot of stuff a lot weaker, you know, and not be as quote unquote unbalanced, you know, and stuff there. But yeah. So that's pretty interesting, because the Chaos book that I got here, you know, of course, is the Codex Chaos Space Marine, the default Emperor on the side. That thing is only like something like 90 pages, and that thing I think is from 1999 or maybe 2000. Oh, not 2000. I think it's before the 2000s, but yeah. And it was the Chaos book before that was the thick one. It was orange, then it was Abaddon on the front, I believe, and stuff that. And that book was super, super thick, and it was like really, really cool and stuff that, but yeah. And of course, I thought about getting the Warhammer books that I've written up on this list. And I don't have names anymore. But I was gonna get some regular Warhammer, also some. I mean, it's not called. Is it called Age of Sigmar now, I believe? Because they've stopped kind of with fantasy, except for the edition that it is currently in fantasy that they haven't like updated. But there is still the current edition that's going on, but they're not doing any new editions, I believe, of it. And I was gonna get like the Orc War Clans, and I was gonna get the dwarf thing with the dwarf armies, the Fire Slayers, I believe. I forgot if that's what they're called. Basically the dwarf slayers, because it's a whole armor that you can have of like dwarf slayers and stuff that, which is cool. And then the Orc War Clans is of course the orcs and stuff that, because yeah. Because I do like me some orcs and some dwarves. Well, specifically dwarf slayers. Although Rurikon prefers the Iron Breakers. Shields up, Iron Breakers. This is my hat. This is my hat. Yeah. Anyway, see you all next time.